Hi, so today Sian Williams has been giving her evidence in the Thirlwell inquiry in the Lucy Letby case. Sian Williams is the Chief of Nursing and I'll come on to her a bit later. First I'm going to start with the chart. So that's the chart showing who was on what shifts. And someone has commented about this, and thank you so much for all your comments. So basically, for Lucy Letby, she was marked obviously for the shift where there was a collapse, but also if she did a shift previous to a collapse. So that was just her. Not any of the other nurses, and certainly all the doctors were taken off that chart. So this is why the chart looks as it does. So first of all, she was working more shifts, and second, she was double entered on the shifts that she was doing. So anyone seeing that chart for the first time is going to be struck by how it looks, and to the untrained eye you'd think, oh my gosh, she's definitely guilty. So there has been a statistician or several statisticians talking about this chart. So I don't know what the finances were like at the Countess of Chester, but it has been suggested they were not good, and someone else has commented where compensation is an issue, you would pay out less, sadly, if there was a murder than if there was a death due to negligence, sadly. So I think someone was actually taking the hospital, or that unit at least anyway, to court. They were suing them. So I think the hospital was already in trouble. So I wonder how much of this literally is all just down to money. It could look like it's something personal, and that could be a part of it. But normally, if there's something personal, the person who's giving out the grief, they tend to be a bit more open about it. They tend to let the person know early on, and I'm not saying that that's always the case. I'm just saying it would be more of a tendency there, and in this case the rumour mill went round for a whole year, and Lucy Letby knew nothing about this really until the last minute, when it was too late. The case had been pretty much made against her. And I wonder, is it any coincidence that the unit was downgraded to take less sick babies after she was moved off the ward? What was that a reaction to what had happened, or possibly was that in the planning anyway, regardless of Lucy Letby or anyone? Was that in the planning anyway, because it had become too expensive? Did it even have anything to do with Lucy Letby? Is it at all possible that you know, the hospital was in trouble and it was going to be cheaper to send someone down for this. And I mean, Lucy Letby, she has a very small family unit, no children, no boyfriend, apart from Dr. A. We'll come on to him in a bit. So she hasn't got loads of people who are going to make a big song and dance on her behalf. She's a bit of an oddball, you know, she was the nerdy kid, so it'd be easier to make a case against her. And she is also doing a lot more shifts, so she's present, she's on the scene when bad things happen. I mean, is it quite possible that, you know, she was scoped out and they were like, yeah, that one, we can take that one down, you know, like lions scoping out a field of gazelles. Yeah, that one will do. Is that at all possible? Dr. A was he wittingly or unwittingly actually, you know, befriending Lucy Letby to gain her confidence, to get her to open up? I don't know. So anyway, back to Sian. So she becomes aware of the chart in May-June 2016. So her suspicions are aroused. By then, the consultants, you know, are actually starting to make a song and dance and saying, oh, we need to get her off the ward. But, you know, with their gut feelings and their draw of doom. But they are starting to move on this. So she wants the police called. But the hospital executives stall on this. Ian Harvey, he puts this off. So now she recalls a previous time at the hospital when they had suspicions on another ward. This was nothing to do with Lucy Letby, but they had suspicions on, I think it was one of the high density units. And what she did was she flagged it up and the police were called at once. And the police actually said, you know, they'd rather be called in at that time than have the hospital try and investigate themselves. So that already happened, and yet here we have this going on. You know, Breary and JRM, you know, saying they've got concerns for a whole year, and nothing actually gets done about it. No one goes to the police, nothing. What the heck? So yeah, I'll wrap that one up for now. Please like, subscribe, hope to see you in the next video.